Back with another video. This is Charleston's ex-manager had a few things to say about working with him.
Happened when I come to the door.
Right.
I ain't giving you no credit and no fronts.
They're right.
No shorts, no losses.
It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, how did you get with Woody?
I got with Woody through Charleston. Charleston was doing 20 verses.
Mm-hmm.
And we pulled up and shit, Woody was there. But I didn't know Woody was gonna be there because when we moving, like when Charleston doing shows or he doing the podcast or something,
right?
He don't tell you who you about to go do the podcast with or what you about to do, or who gonna be there.
Right.
So we just
why he don't do that?
I don't know.
You can have beef with somebody like that. Don't even know.
I don't have no beef with nobody.
Okay.
He can have some beef with somebody.
Okay.
I don't talk shit to nobody. Everybody like me. They might not like my attitude or my delivery, but I don't do nothing to nobody. I don't owe nobody no money.
So what did you and Charleston go wrong at?
It probably was already wrong. You know how you got a good heart. Think about it. You ever had a plug and you got a good heart and you fucking with the plug, right? And y'all working together good, but he really ain't fucking with you. Cause sometimes you could be somebody's friend and they are not your friend.
He ain't genuine. So are you saying he's not a genuine person? Cause I've heard he's a good nigga though. He just got fucked up ways.
Everybody got fucked up ways.
Correct.
Everybody got fucked up ways.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes with being a businessman. If you ain't paying your team and making sure everybody eat, but you always bragging about how much money you got and what you get, and you really ain't helping your team eat, how that make you look? But it comes back first. You gotta be a hustler. You already gotta have the knack for already paying people.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was hustling since I was 14,
you used to it.
Yeah,
you know what it takes to be the boss.
Right.
You know what it takes.
I had to
you gonna make
people.
sure his team good.
Yeah, correct.
So where I was at 14 and where he was at 14, he was in a boys' home from 14 to 21.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he said he murdered somebody, the white man. I was in the streets getting money. And fucking with women. So I didn't miss certain parts of my childhood.
Right.
I was hustling, but I wasn't locked up.
So you think that's why he kind of act like kiddish, bro? Because he missed certain parts of his childhood.
Yeah.
And you know, people overlook shit like that, but sometimes that's real situations. You know what I'm saying?
It's a mental thing. Because I ain't been locked up. That's when you locked up that long and as a child, I can't tell you what you go through and what you've been through.
Right.
I never been that. But I had a little brother that was locked up at that age, so I know it's a mental thing. Because you got to be young. I've been locked up for 2 years, but I was older. So you gotta know how to shut everything down. When you get locked up, the outside world don't matter no more, but it take a minute for you to get that. Right. So how you gonna leave? Say if you get money and you go do some time, and you was getting money and you got bitches, how you gonna just stop that world? How you gonna stop thinking about that?
True.
So as a child, how do you develop the knack to get away from the world? You don't really get it.
Right. You never really cope with it.
Never
none
cope
of
with
that.
it. So whatever he went through in jail, I guess that's when he joined the gangs and all that. That's what he gravitated to. I never been in a gang.
Now, when did he go to like prison? Like
I think between 14 and 12, between 12 and 14. And
he was in prison with grown men.
He did what, natural child life or something.
So he was there with grown men.
No, he was probably there with people his age.
Yeah. This is what I'm asking. Yeah. So was he in juvenile or did they sentence him as a grown up?
I don't know.
Because you know if they sentence him somewhere where he like 16, 17, and then with the grown folk, maybe he act that way because he's been fondled with before.
Hey, I wasn't there, so
I'm saying we don't know. This is why I'm asking though. This is why I'm asking.
But it goes mentally.
Right.
It goes mentally. Because mentally you shut down at a time when you don't care about nobody. You see what I'm saying? So that might be a way of him turning.
So you feel like he unfair? Anything like that?
He definitely unfair when it comes to playing business.
Okay.
He unfair when it comes to business.
Give us an example, like what he done did that you feel like was unfair.
Nigga, if I make you $60,000 in 1 week, or they come through me to get $60,000, and I'm supposed to be your manager, what I supposed to get off of that?
Shit, at least a 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
6,000 to 10,000 for sure.
Yeah. So what if you don't get that?
Bitch, you better have my money. When I go around the table.
But it's chess then.
Right.
Once you see nobody not paying you, and you got your own
Now
money.
you just working
You
the
got
move.
your own money, yeah.
Right.
You gonna spend your money to be in certain situations.
Right.
I'm from South Carolina. This is one of the biggest opportunities I got, so I'm gonna stay in my position. I'm gonna play my position, whatever the position is.
Right.
And I told him,
Make connects,
yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that,
I'm a
build
network.
relationships,
It's
all
network.
that. Yeah.
That the network determines your net worth.
Correct. That little money you missed, you just paid to the game. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like interning.
Mm-hmm.
It's like interning. When
Yep.
everybody was hustling, ain't nobody used to really get no money when they first started hustling.
This is true.
Because you had to learn it from the older niggas.
This is true.
And then you get with the older nigga that really had to work and really gave a fuck about you.
So when you start, you only give a couple $100. When you
Right,
back, you
right,
hustling.
right.
Yeah. Until
really-
you find out that you just getting a slab. Then you move to a quarter. Then you move to a half. Then you move to the ounce. So you still got 36 ounces.
got
What about that nigga
36?
that's holding the 36
Oh.
ounces? So you got 36, but you got 2 bricks. But then this nigga over here, he going over there across the water, getting 15, 20 bricks. So where you want to be at that? I don't want to do slabs.
Yeah.
And this 94 talk, so I don't do
Right, correct. You talking right though. I pick up on the lingo. I know what's going on. I gotta ask you this. I know it went always just bad. What good experience you had with Charleston White?
Charleston cool. Like, he cool. He funny. But it's kind of like, he don't give you a chance. Like, he's always going to want to be the show. So, you got to think about it.
Loudest nigga in
he
the
on
room.
spotlight. So, when you conversing and you fellowshipping with people, you're supposed to hear your story. Everybody supposed to have something to talk about.
Right.
But think about it. When he said what he said about me, he couldn't tell you nothing personal about me. So you mean to tell me in 18 months we never had a personal conversation about my kids, how I grew up,
Right.
what I was doing before I met you? You never had that personal conversation. And when you smart enough to know you ain't having those personal conversations with
Right.
people,
You know
keep it
where you
over there.
stand. You know
Yeah.
where you stand.
You ever heard the story of the snake and the owner? Fellowshipping with people. You're supposed to hear your story. Everybody supposed to have something to talk about.
Right.
But think about it. When he said what he said about me, he couldn't tell you nothing personal about me. So you mean to tell me in 18 months we never had a personal conversation about my kids, how I grew up,
Right.
what I was doing before I met you? You never had that personal conversation. And when you smart enough to know you ain't having those personal conversations with
Right.
people,
You know
keep it
where you
over there.
stand. You know
Yeah.
where you stand.
You ever heard the story of the snake and the owner?
When he was sizing them up or some shit like that?
When the owner bought him a big ass aquarium, he got a baby snake. Got him a big ass aquarium. Snake grew out of the aquarium. Gave him another aquarium. He was feeding the top rats. He was feeding the top mice.
Right.
He told his wife, he was like, "Yo, I'm going out of town. Feed the snake for me." She fed the snake one day. She called him. Snake bit me, and he can't believe it because he raised the snake, and him and the snake has bonded.
Right.
So
But it's in a snake nature.
there you go.
To
So
do that.
when he came back, when he came back to feed the snake, a couple of days later, the snake bit him. And he asked the snake, "Yo, I done took care of you. I done looked out for you. I feed you the best.
Fuck would you bite?
Why
me?
would you bite me?" He said,
Right.
"Because I'm a snake."
So basically a snitch.
No.
Snake.
He's just a snake. It's just in their nature. It ain't in their nature to do right.
Yeah, he's gonna
He gonna bite the hand that feed him.
So,
Period.
so the whole time when I was working with Charleston, I was dealing with Charleston. I seen him turn on so many people that he called managers and he trusted, and they did nothing to him. They didn't steal from him. They kept it 100 with him.
Why do you
And
think he do this?
that's that That's that mentality when you're growing up. You don't know how to be a boss and you don't know how to trust people.
Right.
You got to think about it. Say hurt people hurt people. So how can you be a boss? How can you take care of people when you never take care of people?
Okay. Did lead me into this question right here real quick. What's the difference between Woody and Charleston?
Genuine.
So you would say Woody's real genuine.
Woody genuine.
He want to see you win.
Woody cares. Woody care about people.
I see
Right.
that.
So if we go back, and I don't even like to get in his business like that, but when I met him, when I seen him, I first seen him on the stand. I was watching, you know how you walking through the house and then the YSL trial on.
Right.
Right.
And I seen the nigga on stand. They had the picture down. They was like, "Yo, who is this person right here?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I think he might have said the name. They said, "No, who was that right there? That's the ugly ass boy." I said that nigga star.
Off the rip.
I said he a fucking star. We never heard nobody in the whole judicial system talk to the prosecutor like that.
Right.
So when I seen him and I started listening to him, I'm like, yo, that nigga is crazy.
Hey,
But he funny.
He funny as hell.
He funny. So when we met each other,
Funny for real.
by us meeting each other, like we both from the same area. Just because he from Atlanta, Mechanicsville, and I'm from Columbia, don't mean we ain't went through the same things. But real recognize real.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
It's niggas like you everywhere.
Yeah.
You just gotta
So
find
it wasn't no money vibe with me and him.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. When I met Charleston, I paid him again. Remember I told
Right,
you? I
right.
paid him.
Mhm.
So when you paying somebody, you dealing with money. They don't see you as nothing but an opportunity in business.
Right. True.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So Woody genuine. Woody got a great heart. And then when you talking to somebody, you like, yo, I'm about to get on the road and go back home. How many people say, man, drive safe? I'm talking about sincerely. Drive
It
safe.
really mean that.
Call me
What
when
he
you
seem
get
like
home.
he like at peace, you know what I'm saying? Just chilled and like doing things.
Bro, living, bro, just vibing. It's like he's just vibing day by day. Like it is what it is.
When I'm around him and I see that, because when I seen him go to the church. I seen him go to the court with the Bible in his hand. I said, there go one of them niggas right there taking the Bible in court. But then the nigga go to church every day. I don't care what he doing. He gonna go to church in his neighborhood.
Right.
So I was like, damn. When he said he was to go to church, I'm like, maybe he going to like the mega church with Creflo now.
No, home
You know
going
what I'm
to a
saying?
real
Right,
home
going to a
church.
real church.
A home church,
Yeah.
like for real.
And he's serious about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up a Jehovah's Witness.
Mm-hmm.
So when you seeing people that really, my mother was really into the Bible.
Right.
And when you see somebody really into it, you can't stop them.
True.
You can't
This is
stop
true.
them. Ain't nothing you
Yeah.
can do.
When
to
they got
stop
that
them.
spirit in them, it's in
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
And if they
true.
deal with you, they deal with you.
Right.
It ain't business. It's genuine. And I love them. We laugh, we joke, we kick it. We had the opposite that what Charleston had. You see what I'm saying? We laugh, joke, and kick it about anything. But Charleston is more of a, he said it. I'm just going by what he said. He a narcissist.
He an opportunist.
He a narcissist, an opportunist, whatever.
Right.
Whatever. And I used to think,
Whatever gonna make
and
him win,
I'm
that's
thinking,
what he's
I'm
going
thinking
with.
it's a character the whole time. Because he'll turn it on when the cameras come on, but then he'll have a logical, smart conversation. Because he's intelligent. You can't
Right.
take that from him.
Can't.
So if he did, let's do the timeline. If he was in juvenile,
Mm-hmm.
and then he went to what he was doing, community activist
Right.
from 20 to 30, and then from 30 to 40, that's when he started getting money when he was 40 something. I'm sure everybody in the room been getting money for a long time.
Right.
So when he fell out with Gilly, think about what Gilly said. You wasn't nobody in your teens. You wasn't nobody in your 20s.
Oh, Gilly
You wasn't
been knew this
nobody-
nigga.
No, Gilly just did it. Everybody do their homework. Do the homework.
And home ain't never.
He used to sneak out the house to go hang out with street niggas. He said he never sold drugs. So selling drugs ain't nothing but an empire. You learn the business.
Right. Right.
So if you're a drug dealer, if you could sell drugs, you could sell anything.
This
Especially
is true.
conversation.
This is true.
And then when you with somebody over a period of time, listen to what they say. I heard them say shit. Niggas like to get pimped on too. And you got to think about the mentality of people you dealing with. When you meet a bitch, right? Or a woman, what do you ask her? Where you from? First thing a lot of niggas ask her, where you from? Because you
Yeah.
just sized them up already.
Right.
Like you slow. You think you slow. And Dallas people from cities think they faster than everybody.
Yeah, that is true.
They
That
think
is
they
true.
fast.
There no folk like that for
And
real.
if you ever looked at what's the name of that show? Cheaters.
Yeah.
The whole episodes is filmed in Dallas. See how them niggas act over their bitches. So you gotta know your mentality, who people you dealing with.
What made you come up with that?
You gotta think. I think about it. Look at shit.
You really know the statistics of this.
Yeah, because if you're dealing with, I'm a Carolina nigga.
Right.
So it's a melting pot. I got to know who I'm dealing with. If I'm fucking with a nigga from Florida, I know he got the good work.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna chop it up like them niggas in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna step on me.
Nah, he ain't gonna step on it. You fucking with somebody from Cali, he got the best weed.
Mm-hmm.
You dealing with the Mexicans got the best weed. Got some seeds in it, but they got the prices. So you gotta know who you dealing with. Chicago nigga, he probably gonna be selling something else. And that's if you wanted to indulge in it. So by me and my travels, I done dealt with every type of person. So I know how to put them in. I know what category to put them in.
Right. So when you say that, Because now that you just said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What made you stay so long? Because you was with him for a while. Like
It became being off and on because you start seeing somebody traits that they don't really give a fuck about you.
Mm-hmm.
And then how I'm gonna hang out with you and I gotta always look over my back. It's not fun.
Yeah,
You don't want nobody around you like that.
You got something for him?
I about to say, when you said about the whole Jehovah's Witness thing, I feel bad now because I know I don't go to church. I'm not a big church person, but I used to hate when they come to my door knocking early in the morning. I'd be cussing my ass off. I'm like, who the fuck at the door?
But you know what I learned? Because my mother used to dress us up and we used to have to go and knock on people's doors called field service.
Right, true.
So at a young age, people were slamming the door in our face telling us no, so we'll go to the next house.
Mm-hmm.
So I dealt with rejection at an early age.
Right.
And that showed me how to go.
But it made you strong, though.
Yeah.
It made you
I'm
strong.
going to the next house.
Right. Everybody not going to tell me no.
No, everybody not going to tell me though.
And it's okay.
So I applied it in the streets. If you ain't got no work, are you telling me no? I'm going to go to you. If I ain't going to go to you, and I ain't go to you, y'all ain't got no work, guess what? Where's the best weed coming from? And we talking about the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah.
You had to go to California. You had to go to Arizona. You had to go meet a Mexican, depending on what level you want to be on.
Good shit. The shortest route you were gonna go is Texas.
I had some people in Texas.
Right. That's about the shortest you gonna go to get what you need.
Houston,
right.
Houston. I had a partner in Texas I was dealing with for a long time.
Yeah.
But I seen his traits.
Right.
I seen his traits. He thought he was using Carolina niggas because he'll get it for this price. You'll send your money, he'll get it for this price.
Your head off.
He ain't gonna knock your head off. He ain't gonna give you the best work.
He gonna knock your head out and give you the bad shit?
No, he gonna give you a decent price, but he gonna give you the bad work. So somebody giving you bad work is like fucking up your money.
See, and then nigga be wondering why nigga double back and rob them and shit like that.
You wonder why it be a problem.
Right.
If businesses stay good, people gonna
dumb shit wouldn't happen.
Everybody good.
Right.
Everybody. So my question is, what do you think you see Charleston in the next 5 years?
I probably ain't gonna see him.
Probably ain't gonna see him?
Nah. I personally ain't gonna see him. Because we don't run in the same circles.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, once again, I paid him to come to Carolina to do comedy.
Right.
So, when I was dealing with him...
So, really, in reality, Charleston White, your worker.
If you paid him, I got contracts.
He worked for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I got that picked up on that. I could be wrong. Don't be going with me now.
Right. And that was his fourth comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
And I met him in 2022. I told you I've been doing comedy since 06.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I've been doing my own shows. Mm-hmm. So when he was doing, I used to travel with him to do comedy shows. He had other people traveling with him to do podcasts. I strictly was on comedy shows. So when he going to go do the comedy show, I'm giving them tips. Yo, you got men out here, you got women out here, you got old men out here, you got a bunch of niggas out here. Attack this. You got a bunch of women out here, attack the women.
Right.
Say if we in Oakland, we did a show in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go out there. The building packed. They just want to hear talk about the Soulja Boy shit. Talk about shit that's in the tabloids that they know, that they understand and they know. California look at tabloids. So I kind of go out there and do recon. And he go out there and deliver the show.
Okay, let me ask you this. You done been around Woody long enough, right? To speak on him. And you done been around Charleston long enough to really just speak on him. Now, first I want to ask you, Woody long enough, right? To speak on him. And you done been around Charleston long enough to really just speak on him. Now, first I want to ask you about Charleston. Is this man really a snitch? Matter of fact, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Do you feel like he a snitch? Or this is just a persona that he plays?
You don't know what a man do. Especially if he's not a street nigga. And go by what he say. And then go by his actions.
So this nigga call the police for real?
I'm sure.
I say you never.
That's why you don't do that. Don't do nothing around some. If I feel like somebody gonna call the police on me, why am I gonna fucking bring something around in them any kind of dirt?
Right. True.
So me and him could never have that relationship. If I was doing dirt, I wouldn't do it around him. I'm smart enough. I'm 48. He 47.
Now, did you say that now?
Mm-hmm.
Woody, he did or allegedly did? Would you be able to do dirt with him? And do you feel like he a snitch? I'm just asking. We asking a hypothetical question.
I wouldn't do dirt with nobody in Georgia. Remember I told y'all come here and get the work and go back home.
Right.
So my relationships with people in Atlanta is Atlanta. That's Atlanta business.
Okay. Now,
That's Atlanta. Listen, no. Let me answer. It's Atlanta business. But you know what's snitching?
yeah, okay.
What's
You
snitching?
Still on point.
What's snitching?
Snitching.
But listen.
Uh-huh.
Whatever he did, what did he come back and say? Why everybody missing what he said?
He definitely tried to clean it up.
But he ain't tried. If they got him saying that, okay, you are the #1 star witness, he's supposed to go corroborate what he said in that room. So he come back on the
He
stand.
did not do that. He
come
straightened
back
his
on the
face up.
stand and say I lied. That fucks up.
He definitely straightened his face up.
That messed up the whole
That
case.
fucked up. That come on, man, you can't believe him.
He basically said, "I just said it so y'all can leave
He's
it
a little
alone."
liar. But then think about this. How old was Woody when he was when they going back 10
Well,
years?
I was just finna say this shit back in 15.
How old was
14
Woody?
when
Woody
we got
33
there.
now. How old is
We
Woody?
were like,
How old
we were
was
like
he?
23, shit like
So
that.
when
back
you was
then.
23, what type of mistakes you made?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. A lot.
But y'all wasn't dealing with
Tell him.
multimillionaires. Y'all wasn't influenced by whatever he was influenced by. So you got to give somebody a pass because he's a child. When I was 23, of course I owe people money. Of course I was ran off on a plug.
I think
more than
Of course,
twice.
you told a lot of lies to motherfuckers.
I told a whole hell of a lot of lies.
I think a lot of people. I like Woody. I would never bring a snitch here. I got a show called Rat Watch, but Woody is one of the motherfuckers that I would let come be in my presence.
But he's not a snitch. That's
Listen what I'm saying.
Listen
Listen to me what I'm saying.
I get it, but why did we use the word snitch so loosely?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just going by the hearsay she say. This is all I'm going by. But what I'm saying is, I would welcome Woody here to sit here and talk with me on some real nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would welcome Woody. Woody a real one. I feel like Woody is a real one. And he fuck with kids. He fuck
Every
with
day. He
like,
take the kids out to, you take kids out
women. You know, he treat women good.
We ain't seen that since Pop.
Yeah, he treat.
Listen, look at this shit. We ain't seen not one rapper, not one comedian, not one somebody that got that star power that the women gravitate to since Tupac. And that's genuine. We ain't seen it. We haven't seen it this year, this decade. And he's really nice and he's really humble.
Yeah, for real.
He's really nice and humble.
Now, do you think him and Charleston can make up? Or it'll be Charleston against him or him against
It's
Charleston?
not even him against Charleston, it's against himself. Woody not against Charleston? You
I
got
can see that. I seen it on Instagram too. It was like basically he pretty much laughing at all the comments that Charleston shooting at him.
because Charleston it's a jealousy thing. He might be jealous because me and Woody kicking it.
Right.
Or we working together, but he also jealous because Woody is hotter than Charleston ever been.
Woody
And
hot.
He hot.
Woody hot
Charleston ain't never
motherfucker.
had, Charleston ain't never had the bitches.
Look
Ain't
at him.
no bitches never like
Look
Charleston.
at him.
And I did 40, so I done been around here. I done been around the world with him, and ain't been no. I done seen
Hey.
young girls.
Hey,
What's up?
no P. Diddy shit. Lean your head down. You know when bro lean his head down.
Who that?
When Charleston White lean his head down.
See, that's why
Them
we
bitches be like, ew, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
Yeah, they probably would. They probably would. They probably would.
Man, I get what you're saying. Definitely.
I done seen girls stand in the parking lot. If they know we gonna be doing a 20 verses over here, they stand there for hours
For that boy
waiting
Woody.
for Woody. Woody drop his location wherever he at. This is fine.
Now, did you have a talk with Woody about that bitch posting him on live sleeping in the goddamn bed, bro?
Woody don't care nothing about that shit.